What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. It's your boy Tiggy Nation and me. We are back, uh, back in the studio, back at the lunch table. Happy to be here. Um, we were just talking before we hit record. It feels like it's been a year since last week. I don't know why. Maybe we'll get into that, but it does. What's up, my guy Tiggy Nation?
Not much, JT. Actually, I guess a lot's been up because, like you said, it's been a week, but it feels like a month. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it's just been so long. We both started a little project. I don't think we announced it last week, right? I don't think we
You
talked about it at all.
you did.
I did?
You
Okay.
you brought it up, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that.
hmm
And that was kind of as far as we went with it.
Yeah, so I talked about the Project 50. I feel like it's been good for me. I'm extremely tired with it, and we kind of mentioned the rules last week. But so since then, I've actually failed. I failed Project 50, and the next video, maybe not the next video, the video after tomorrow's video. No, tomorrow's video I record, which will be Friday's video. I'm gonna have to start all over. It's gonna be day one again.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
So apparently,
Wait,
if you
okay, go on. Finish.
so if you fail any aspect of it in a day, you start back at day one.
Okay. So,
So yeah.
when are you starting day one again?
So I'm gonna start day one. So I've been kind of like not recording in advance, but so the video I'm gonna edit tonight was from yesterday's footage.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna record it tomorrow that I'm starting day one. That'll get posted
Friday.
Saturday, actually. It'll get
Saturday.
posted Saturday. So Saturday, it'll be day one again.
Okay, no, I
um,
like this
yeah.
because I like that because it's very realistic and accountable. Because I failed. I started Monday. It's Wednesday. I failed already.
What aspect did you fail?
So to be honest, like a lot of the rules I feel good about in my day to day already. Like getting up early, I'm good there. Exercising, good there. Uh, Eating healthy, I eat relatively healthy, so I feel good about that. I read, but not. I read pretty. I don't want to say every night. Pretty much every night, but I read like 3 or 4 pages. I'm a quick reader. The thing I really failed on. So I'm happy if I read it all. I'm good. I think I can count that for myself. The new skill. I'm like, I don't have one. Like I haven't started a new skill. So I'm like, I have failed this already. And maybe we can hash it out here. Because I feel like right now in life I already try a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Like I like to go fishing. Like I like to try to go fishing. I exercise a lot and I'm like, all right, what can I do just at home? Doesn't cost me any money. Like, what is something new that I can start to try to do? And it just dawned on me like yesterday, and I think it's a good one. I think uh, day by day practicing Spanish
Ooh, okay. Very
because
cool.
Tiggy Nation, it's something that I need to know, like for my life. Like
Yes.
you know what I mean? And I've done that. I've gone back and forth. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll practice a little bit, and then I stop. And it's like I think maybe that's what I need to hone in on for the new skill. You know what I
I
mean?
I think that's cool. And as well, like it doesn't have to be the same skill. You know what I mean? It can be something different every day.
Okay, I like that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
So on the days you don't fish,
yeah,
maybe it's like, hey, Espanol day.
good. Okay, no, I like this. I like this. So that's what I'm gonna do. So now that I'm gonna start day one again too. Uh, So we'll pair like when I can go out and go fishing, nice. If I can't, practice some Spanish, Duolingo or whatever. But I have to track my progress.
Yeah.
But
I, I like
but
that.
yeah, yeah,
That's a good skill, and you're right. You probably should know this or be somewhat,
yeah.
you know,
No,
experienced in that realm.
yeah, no, like seriously, because like we've talked. I don't know if you've ever heard Angie speak Spanish, but like she's Spanish. Like that's how she talks to her family. Like, and she's like, we were talking about when, one day when we have kids, and she was asking me, I said, no, her mom asked me, she goes, how would how do you want me to talk to your kids? Like Spanish or English? And I was like, oh, like probably half and half or whatever. You know what I mean? And Angie's like, half and half? No, like when we have kids, I'm only talking to them in Spanish because
Really?
she's like, yeah, like that's how they have to learn. Like you will talk English like you talk, but I have to be Spanish. Like that's how we have to teach them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to really figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't have her teaching them and then they go to ask you a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
if
All
it's
right.
not in English, you're in
Mhm.
you need to be somewhat fluent in that to help in that regard.
Yeah. Like her brother, trying to think, he was either born in West Virginia or was like 1 or 2 when they moved. I think he was like a baby when they moved. Anyway, so that's like he was in West Virginia, and that's how he had to learn. Like his mom, Angie's mom, just spoke only Spanish, and their stepdad is a white guy, and he speaks English. So it's like that's how they have to learn. So yeah, I think I need to learn that.
Yep, I like that. I like that. That's funny. It just like dawned on you as you're
Yeah,
thinking what could be the skill. So that's awesome. Pressure makes diamonds, and I think that's a good one to learn. Yeah, and I think in general, it's just cool to know another language in case you
yeah,
travel. More important for you, being with who you're married to, so you can
yeah.
communicate, especially with their family. Like it probably sucks when she's talking with her family and you're like kind of trying to get any sort of word you might know to kind of
Hmm.
be able to understand. Because I don't
Yeah.
do her parents speak English or
Oh yeah. So her mom, she speaks English, but she's got a very strong accent. And her stepdad, he's a West Virginia guy, so he speaks English. But her dad and her stepmom are very, very, very Puerto Rican. They speak English, but
yeah.
you know, they're Spanish when it's them. You know what I mean? They're only speaking English to their people that speak English. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
so it's like, yeah, I really need to figure that out. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
So but let's go back. Let's go back to Project 50. I failed because I didn't even have a skill these first 3 days. So what happened? What happened with you?
So on me, like the reading's easy. So another thing that's I think a dumb rule, because one of the rules is have a morning routine. And the wake up is 8 a.m. And I'm like, 8 a.m. wake up, morning routine. Like, is this for people unemployed?
Yeah, right.
What's
Right.
going on? So,
Mm-hmm.
so on work days, I'm doing 6 a.m. On weekends, I'm doing 8 a.m. But for the morning routine, I'm like, my morning routine is getting the fuck up and reading on the toilet. That's what I do. So
Nice.
that is where I knock out a lot of things. That's my morning routine. I'm not going downstairs to make a cup of coffee to sit and hear the birds chirp at 5:50. I'm not doing that. I got to get ready for work. Um, so that's one aspect where I don't really care about. That's my routine.
Yeah.
I'm eating healthy by I'm just like meal prepping lunch, and I usually the only thing I'll have for dinner is usually a protein shake, if anything. But really, I got bad into like just eating a lot of fast food. So my diet is essentially just no fast food, nothing with the drive-through. You can do Chipotle, Cafe Rio if you want, or something like that, but nothing with the drive-through except for like salad and go, which is just on the go salad, super easy and stuff. So no fried drive-throughs really. Um, and so I was fine on that regard. And then the one thing I failed at, the new skill is my video
Mm-hmm.
editing and stuff. And I'm doing a video every day, which I think's kind of cool. And it kind of helps keep me in it and make sure I'm doing
Oh,
everything.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Keep me accountable. And I'm staying active. I'm rollerblading, I'm running, I'm going to the gym. The only thing is I don't think I'm going to bring the camera in when I go to the gym because I don't want to be one of those guys.
Yeah.
So I won't be doing that, but I'll probably just like post the gym that I go to or something. But where I failed was the sleep. And it wasn't the wake up, it's getting the 6 hours of sleep.
So
And
yeah. So I mean, I feel like that one, and you still got up on time.
I'm still getting up on time.
So that one is like a tough one to fail on because you still did everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just didn't get the acquired amount of sleep.
And it's funny because you want to know why I'm not getting the sleep.
It's because you're editing your videos.
It's because I'm staying up till midnight editing my videos every fucking night. So, but I tell you what this does, and probably essentially is one of the goals of this, is time management. You know,
Right.
I only have 24 hours and I got to accomplish a certain amount. 24 hours, 6 of them have to be already invested into sleep to some regard, you know, either at the top end or the bottom end, depending on what day. So it's like, boom, 6 hours already gone. I have 18 hours. I need to wake up by a certain time. I need to read these pages. I need to make sure I have meal prep so I have enough food. I need to make sure I exercise. So like, it's setting me up for success internally. I understand it. It's a little unfair when it's like I want to take a little extra time to edit these videos, and instead of 1 hour, I'm spending like 2 hours plus on a minute-long video that I post the next day that is not required. It sucks a little bit, but it's my own fault, and I'm exhausted the past 2 days, and I just need to get to sleep early. So I need just to be better with my time. So yeah, so it's kind of funny. That's the issue, but yeah. So hopefully I can just get to bed a little earlier. I need to edit earlier in the day, maybe like right when I get home from work, edit the previous day, the previous day or whatever. So I'm just kind of set up for success. I'm waiting too long. So yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a tough one. And time management, that's a big one. You know what I mean? Like, I think managing your time is like one of the most important things too. I feel like I'm talking to Angie, but I feel like if you can lock down managing your time, your life is like so much more like calm. At least me. Everyone's different. I'm a time management freaking psycho. And as I get older, the worse it gets. Like I have everything, and I like to go just randomly do something like on a Saturday. Hey, let's go do whatever. I don't mean like that, but like time management is like, I'm like anal about that. You know what I mean? I think everyone's different, but I'm like, okay, if I got all my shit planned out, I feel good. You know what I mean? But let me ask you this question. Back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
How is it for you getting up in the morning?
What do you mean? How is it?
Like, what do you feel like when you got to get up? Because I tell you what, I get up early. Like I'm an early person, but like when my alarm goes off, I have a hard freaking time getting up.
Yeah. I think that's like it for everyone, even, you know, the psychos like David Goggins and Jocko Willink, you know, it's like they say it's so easy. They're, you know, they're very motivational with their words, but it's kind of like running in a sense where, yeah, you can be good at running. It doesn't mean you like it. It doesn't mean you like the effort you have to give, the time you have to invest in. So I think everyone doesn't like getting up, you know, some days are easier than others, but I think if you're able to get up on your first alarm, I think that's so impressive because that's
dude. That maybe that I can mix that into this as my own little sprinkle of something on Project 50. Get up on the first alarm. I actually like that. I'm going to make that part of it for me.
Yeah.
Because that is so hard for me. The first alarm. How much do you snooze? How much do you snooze?
Oh, there'll be days where I try to get up before 5 a.m. I'm like, I'm going to get up before 5. I'm going to go to the gym for an hour, and then I'm going to run after, and I'll still have time to get my shake and shit and shower and shave and get to work right on time. And 9 times out of 10, I will snooze for an hour and a half.
Dude, like, okay, so that makes me feel a little better because I'll just snooze for like an hour. And it's like, and you ever do the snooze, like the first snooze, and you swear it goes off like a second later?
Yep.
It's crazy, dude.
And then you get bad. And then like the second or third snooze, you don't even hear. And you look at your phone, it's been an hour later, and I'm like, I didn't hear all these snoozes. Like, there's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way it's been an hour later because I only
Yeah.
hit it once.
Yeah. So that's something I definitely need to work on is just getting up the first alarm. I even told Angie, I'm like, hey, what if I like sit my phone like in the other room or something and blast the freaking alarm? Then I have to get up. I have to get up.
I
You
think
know?
I think one thing that would be cool, and I've seen some people say they swear by it, is they'll get a mat and the alarm is the mat, and you have to put weight on it to turn it off. So you have to like get your legs out
Oh
to
man.
put weight on it and stand up to turn it off.
Oh wow. I see. I like that. That's cool. I like
I'm
that idea.
I'm pretty sure they're like $100+ though on Amazon. Let me check it out real quick.
I like that idea because you gotta get up.
All right. Weight rug alarm clock, $89. Oh, there's a $30 Kintoko stand-on pressure carpet alarm clock rug for sensitive yada yada yada. $30.
Are you looking at the Amazon one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, I see it too.
There we go. It comes, in 30 days.
Really? 30 days away.
October 9th or whatever. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
No, but
Not great reviews either.
that's a good, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's other big
That's a
brands that sell them for like $50, $60. They got one at Walmart, so I mean, I guess it is a little cheaper, but it's an interesting design. I wonder how well it works.
yeah, for sure. I don't know. Might have to try it out. Or I might just have to get my freaking ass up.
Yeah.
Be a
Just
freaking man. Be David Goggins and just get up.
yeah.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Who's gonna carry the boats? Oh yeah. That'd be something to invest in though. But other than that, super happy with Project 50. I feel better. I'm losing weight too, just by making sure I'm exercising every day and just I don't know, just eating healthier and just kind of putting in a lot more effort to take care of this because we only have one of these. So
Yeah.
if you think about it like a car, you gotta maintain it a little bit, do some work on it, and I'm doing some work on me. And
Amen, brother.
yeah.
Love that. I love that. Whoa. I accidentally hit the button on my chair. No, and then there's that one, I don't know who said it, but it's like something about like if you put shitty fuel in your gas tank, your car is gonna run shitty. And it's so true. If you fuel your body with good food, water, good food, you're gonna feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But still at the end of the day, those chicken wings look pretty good.
Yeah, dude, my weakness is, I mean, I got a lot of food weaknesses, but and we talked about this before, but I just love sandwiches. I love a sandwich, even if it's just a cold cut, like a nice turkey sandwich with cheese and lettuce and mustard. I just love a sandwich. So sandwiches are hard for me. Like,
but sandwiches aren't bad. I wouldn't say sandwiches are super bad.
no, I wouldn't say the contents of the sandwich, but it's all the bread. Like, and I don't, bread's probably not, bad for you, but you eat a lot of bread, and you can put on some poundage, eat it when you
Yeah.
eat too much bread.
Yeah, but I bet restaurants you could probably do most places. You could probably be like, hey, can I just do like a lettuce wrap or like a couple extra pieces of lettuce and eat it that
Well,
way?
yeah, well, we can, but who wants to do that?
It's still not the same, It's still not the same.
It's not. It's not. No, but no, I like Project 52. Like today, for example, like it's raining, it's real dark and gloomy. We got a hurricane coming, and I'm like, you know, in those kind of days, fall, cool day, rainy, dark, gloomy, I'm like, I don't need to go to the gym. But I was like, wait, it's Project 50.
Got to get up and do it.
Got myself up, went and walked on the treadmill for a while, did some pull-ups, did some push-ups, did some lot of body things today. So I got it done. Got it done, man.
Pull-ups are pretty fucking tough.
They are. And
how
that's
many, how many pull-ups can you do? I got to know.
So honestly, not a lot. But here, I got to give you some backstory. So I did F45 for a while before we moved.
Okay.
I probably did F45 for about, let's see, probably a year. And that's very body weight, kettlebells, not heavy, heavy, heavy weight. It's kind of like CrossFit, but lighter. That's how I always describe it. You do a lot of body weight stuff. And the thing I could still never get is the freaking pull-ups.
The pull-ups, it's incredible, the pull-ups.
I could not.
Some people can do them.
I could not do them. And when we moved up here, I stopped at 45 and I just work out in our little gym. And they got a nice little setup. And it's like, you know what? I just want to learn to do pull-ups. Like I want to be able to do some pull-ups. So I started doing like literally like three sets of like a couple. Now strict pull-up, not a lot. I can probably do 10.
That's a lot though. 10, I would say, is a lot of pull-ups in a row.
Yeah. Like,
oh yeah, that's a lot.
If I honestly don't know what I'd max out on pull-ups. Pull-ups, they're freaking hard. They're hard. So I'll do pull-ups every day. I'll do like 3 sets of like 6 or 3 sets of 8.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that because I never could do that before. You know what I mean?
So the pull-ups are so interesting because one, not only you have to have incredible, I would say, obviously it's a lot, like I would say core is big, but you also just have to have a very good like body mass index, I would say. Just to start out, I feel like you have to have a baseline of that, or just be incredibly fucking strong, because you literally are lifting your entire body weight essentially, you know, with your arms. So you either have to have like a very good ratio of that. That's why you'll see like skinny guys jump up there with a little bit of muscle and they'll be able to pump out 15. Right. It's nothing, you know?
Right.
But yeah, also pull-ups just require a lot of some certain back muscles that you aren't even using when you do like lat pull downs or rows and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of intricacies of your back that you might not be hitting if you're only doing a few back exercises.
Mm-hmm.
So you will sometimes see like guys that look pretty ripped or in shape, and they'll go to the pull up and they'll still struggle because it's just a different movement that they're not really using a whole lot. So you almost have to train specifically for that exercise to a degree.
Yeah.
And then the grip is heavily involved. Like, you know, you could be doing like the bicep grip. You could be like, if you're doing, I could not do any wide all shoulders. No chance I'm doing any of those.
Yeah. Those are hard.
And then you could do, I think the easiest grip is like the underhands.
Yeah. So I like the,
chin-ups,
yeah, whatever. It's all, you're doing this, whatever. I like, so our pull-up bar has, you can do it this way, obviously, and you can flip your hands and do it the real hard way, but it also has bars going this way. So like grip here.
Yeah.
That's how I started, like practice that. Cause I feel like, I don't know, I felt good doing that. So I like doing them that way. And then my last set, I'll do some like this way, strict ones, which they're freaking hard. Pull-ups are hard. That's
tough. I mean,
they're hard.
You put me on a bar right now, I can maybe do like 3 max, honestly.
They're hard. And you're like a tall guy, bigger, big guy. So they're hard. I mean, I'm a little guy, so it's easier for me, but
I don't know, but it's still the only thing is I would say it's a very even across the board exercise because it is so based on your body. You know what I mean? Because if I was, 30 pounds lighter, I'd probably have a lot easier time. I could do more than 3 right now, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just your body has a lot to do with it. Or if I was much more muscular in my upper body, I could probably do more than 3 too. So,
yeah,
so I instead of getting much more ripped, I'm just trying to really slim down and kind of, get my running under control. I want to do a half marathon in January. So I'm just trying to get more in shape. I'd rather lose weight than get more, than get stronger necessarily.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, but for sure.
But 10 pull-ups is fucking impressive.
I'm saying like dying, I could probably get at bust out 10. Like
still
regularly, I'm doing like 6 to 8.
That's still
But no, I feel I'm in the same boat. I mean, like I'm almost 30. I don't care to be a bodybuilder. I like to go on long walks, not strolls. Like I walk fast, you know what I mean? And just doing like compound movements and stuff in the gym with some light weights. Like that's what I like to do. I'm not trying to be a freaking bodybuilder anymore.
Yeah.
I honestly feel better doing what I do now though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like I can move better, like breathe better, you know?
Yeah. I like that, man. You got to do what's better for you.
Yeah. Um, what else? What else is going on, Tiggy Nation? You got anything coming down the pipeline? Got any plans? You know, are you gonna go? We talked about that campsite you wanted to go do. Have you looked into that?
Yeah. So I got some things. I'll mention a little last week. So last week, the day of when we recorded was Wednesday, and we had the Green Day concert that night. And the Green Day concert was unfucking believable. I mean, it was such a good time. I actually gotta. Oh man. So I'm gonna go grab
Go grab it.
I'm gonna go grab what I got. I want you to mention your top Green Day songs. What you think they would have played?
Oh God. Okay. Oh my. Okay. So definitely the first one that comes up to my mind is they sing "Wake Me Up When September Ends." That's Green Day, right? So that one, and it's freaking the end of September. So holy shit. They had to have that had to be a freaking banger. The what is that song called? On the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That song. And then my other one would be oh my gosh, I just was singing it in my mind. Holy shit. Oh my god, no, give me a second. Oh, it literally it just left me. I know it. Give me a sec. I need Google. Green Day songs. Boulevard, Wake Me Up. 21 Guns. Okay, no, this is the one I was thinking of. Good Riddance. I hope you had the time of your life. So those are my top three. Good Riddance, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and Wake Me Up When September Ends. Damn, they got some bangers.
So it's amazing because I feel like I recognize maybe 10 of the songs, and they ended up playing 38 songs. 38 of them.
Holy shit.
I'm not even kidding. Honestly, for half of them, I was singing along with them because I was like, wait, I know this song. Wait, I know this song. So it was just really cool. It started off terrible because as we're parking, we did street parking. I popped my tire or ran over a nail or ran over a glass or something as I'm pulling in. I didn't go over the curb. I pull in and I put my window down. I'd share, shh, and I'm like, no way. And my friend's like, what? And I'm like, dude, my tire is depleting. He's like, no, that's a sprinkler. I'm like, yeah, there's so many sprinklers in downtown Phoenix, bro. Like, there's no grass in this thing. What are we talking about? So after the show, we had to change the tire. But, you know, we were staying positive. We're like, hey, we're going to go see Green Day. It's going to be a good time. Green Day was awesome. Basket Case was incredible. The singer kept doing a lot of Freddie Mercury stuff where he was like, hey, oh, and doing a lot of good crowd work. The visuals were so cool. The video production of it was incredible. It was so good. And the singer's name is Billy Joe Armstrong. And it's funny you mentioned the Wake Me Up When September Ends. And because the song was written for him, he wrote it because his dad passed away in September a long, long time ago. So that's why he wrote the song, like Wake Me Up When September Ends, because I don't want to think about, you know, losing my father and stuff. And he got very emotional when he sung it, when it came on and stuff like that. So it was just so cool to see. And God, they sounded so fucking good. So if you get a chance to go see Green Day, definitely do it. It was very nostalgic because that was the music as we're growing up and stuff. And they got so many hits. The only song I think that was popular that they didn't play was 21 Guns.
Oh, wow.
They played
shocking.
They played the entire album of Dookie and American Idiot with a couple extra songs. They played Know Your Enemy and but they didn't play 21 Guns. That was the only one they didn't play.
Wow.
But it was good. And look at what I got. I wasn't going to get anything, but I feel like when you go to a concert, you're like, oh, you got to get something to remember. Like these band shirts are never going to be available online and stuff. And this I thought was so cool. It is a soccer jersey.
Oh, that's Dude, that is really sick.
And we got Dookie here, the Dookie album here. We got the American Idiot here. Green Day. It kind of looks like an AC Milan jersey with the
Yeah,
stripes down with the
that
red.
is that is sick.
Then on the back, it's the Savior tour, the Saviors tour. So we got Saviors
That
up
is that is awesome.
24, and it's actually, it was like a U.S. exclusive item because they did tour Europe and Canada and stuff earlier this year. So super cool to have, and I was like, this is just, it was so fucking cool. I had to get it. So
No, that is sick. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm sure like especially I know it's still hot there, but like on a early fall night, I'm sure the nostalgia was just through the roof. Cause that is just a typical like genre of music. I feel like that was huge when we were growing up.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was awesome.
It was awesome. And I mentioned a little last week about this girl. I was going to text her. I was going to text her a week. So it was that day. I was like, I'm going to text her. And me and my roommates get this text ready to go. Everything looks good. I send it. I go to the concert. And I kind of told you, but I got a text back. And when I got the text back, so the song of Holiday in Boulevard of Broken Dreams on any album or like Spotify and stuff, it's one song. And it like interludes into it. Like the end of Holiday goes for like a half second and then it goes into Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And that's how it was written in the album and stuff. So I'm recording that change on my phone and I feel my watch vibrate as that change happens into Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And I checked my phone and I was like, oh my God, good text. Since then,
oh no.
There's, we're not out. We're not 100% in. We're, I think, I don't know how you would say it, but I did get the text back. So very promising at that moment. So I will say, if you want to send that text, send that text.
Amen. I agree. Just freaking send it.
Just
what do you got to lose?
Life's too short.
Life is too short. You guys don't have anything to freaking lose. Just send the freaking text.
Life was too short, and life was too short. But I got the text, and it was just a funny way to exactly get the text at that moment, honestly. So
that is funny.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So what's so what's going on?
So we'll do this.
We can keep this offline. We can take it offline.
It was good conversation. I mean, we talked a little the next day, and then some. We're just we got a lot on each other's plates right now, so it's just going very slow. It's going very slow.
I got you.
And it's just going very slow, and that's all right. And
that's all right.
I'm not losing hope or anything.
Right.
And we're just playing it. We're playing it by ear. We're just we're going. Yeah. We'll see maybe in the next week or two if we're still on the same path, on the same wavelength, or maybe we're drifting apart. I don't know. But irregardless, I'm glad I sent the text. And I think it was in part of the text. I was like, I'm not seeking any validation. And not that I was seeking validation. I knew that we had a good time. I knew that we had a good time. And it was, it was one of the reasons internally that I thought what happened. And I think it's something that could be worked around. So,
yeah, no, I'm pulling for you. It's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm pulling for you. I think, I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work out, Tiggy Nation. You just got to keep grinding. Just got to keep grinding, We're
going to keep grinding. We're going to keep grinding.
That's all we can freaking do.
Yep. Looking into the future, though, we have this weekend. Actually, tomorrow, I'm golfing in our squadron our base championship. Me and the guy that was in the video last week, my first Project 50 video, KP. Me and him are going to be playing for our championship, and we're playing like one of the maintenance squadrons. So we are playing tomorrow for the championship. We're very excited. And I think we got a good chance because KP is very good. I've been playing very good golf as well. So I think we're on a place where we can shoot really low tomorrow, and it's going to be fucking really cool. So super excited. We'll definitely see footage of that on one of the vlogs coming up in the next couple days. So very excited for that. And then Friday, we're going to get a big group. We're going to go to the Phoenix State Fair. And
that sounds fun.
It's going on for like a month. And it's gonna be what the first Friday we always thought was, because we're gonna be able to drink outside in the little fair area, and it's just gonna be a good time. One of our supervisors is leaving too. He's going back home to Arkansas, so he wants to go Friday night, and we're probably gonna have a big group and go out. So it's that's gonna be fun. And then actually my roommate Troy, one of his good time friends, is driving here from California on the way back to Denver or Colorado Springs. And he's going to be in town for a couple of days. So we're going to be golfing with him and going to the state fair and just kind of hanging out with him and his buddies. So, yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be a good weekend. Yeah, just excited for that.
That sounds good.
Yeah. And then we have, gaming. We got League of Legends World started up, and Linkin Park is fully back. I don't know if you've seen how the reception for the new Linkin Park, obviously the lead singer, Chester, passed away many years ago. And
R.I.P.
Yep. He I guess was super unhappy and kind of cut it short. And the band, didn't really know how to deal with it for a long time. And I guess they thought they wanted to come back out and make more music. And they got this girl, Emily Armstrong, who has great vocals, and I think had previous experience singing, obviously. But she was always a big fan of Linkin Park. So it's kind of a dream come true for her.
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot of people weren't too receptive because mainly they're like, I don't think it was because she's a girl. I think it was mainly just because like it's not Chester. It's not Chester sound. But and originally I was like, I want to hear her sing because she's screaming, but Chester screamed a lot in the songs. That just was the music. And she's got a great voice. And I just kind of thought about it, and I was like, listen, if it's good for the band that knew Chester, you know what I mean? If it's good for those band members, then why wouldn't it be like, why do I care? Like, why does my opinion matter? They're good with it. I don't fucking care. The music sounds great. It's a female voice. That's all it really is. And it sounds good. And they're trying to go out there and carry on a little legacy for them. And they want to continue to do that. And why shouldn't they? And I love it. I love it. And I think they're coming to Phoenix next year, and I'm going to make sure I'm fucking there at that show because that's going to be incredible. And they came out with an anthem. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think the dates are out for next year. They're doing a soft tour right now where they're doing like 6 shows in like 6 big cities. Like they did LA, New York. Now they're in London. I think they're going to go to Germany. And so they'll probably go to like Tokyo and maybe somewhere else. But
so it looks like, they're going to South Korea, France, Arlington, Texas, Colombia, Brazil.
Yeah. But I think next year they're going to come with this tour with their new songs. And one of their new songs is already top 34 in the world in terms of like plays this month. And they just came out with a new song that I sent you. It's the League of Legends anthem called Heavy is the Crown. And just absolute banger. And they came out with a special vinyl for it for the League of Legends edition with like the cup and stuff. And because of that, I'm going to have to get a vinyl. I'm going to have to get a record player and that vinyl because it's so fucking cool. I have to do it.
So you are doing it? Are you pulling the trigger?
I think they're pretty affordable, like
no,
I want to get stuff.
They definitely are.
I was going to get a little cabinet or like maybe some sort of stand right here anyway. So I can just get a little record player table right here. I think it'd be perfect. It'd be good aesthetically. And I think I'm just going to do that and get some just cool albums that I think would just be good. And it'd be nice to play music without having my headphones on, without having these or like my AirPods or something. So I think I'd really enjoy that. And I got a little, inspiration from you getting yours, so I think that'd be fun to do.
No, definitely. And then, then we could talk about it and we could, it'd be fun. We could collect some vinyls.
Hell yeah.
It's fun. I enjoy it. Like I haven't even played my record player in a while,
Mhm.
but I still collect them
See,
because it's something you can take forever, like with you, you know?
yeah, I think it's cool. And there's so much not tangible things like, you're being able to hold it, so many physical, tangible things. So I like it. I think you should make that part of your morning routine. I think you should wake up and play a song on the vinyl or something like that. Get
Oh,
yourself in the mood, get
yeah,
yourself
I
like a
can.
little excited.
That'll give me something to hook. Yeah, no, I like that. I need to get it hooked back up, and all set up. I think I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a good plan.
Hmm.
No, but back to Linkin Park. That's crazy because I was just jamming to them the other day. They're freaking awesome. So I'm glad to see they're coming back. I would love to go see them. I wonder. I'm sure they'd be coming around somewhere
Oh yeah,
around here. You
they
know what I
have to.
mean?
They would have to go to Mercedes Benz. They would have to. You know what I mean?
Yes. So that would be freaking awesome to go see them. No, that's real cool. Yeah. Lincoln Park. Um, yeah. Lincoln Park. I zoned out for a second. Sorry, zoned
Yeah.
out.
I mean, I just
No,
talked. I just talked for like 20 minutes off
no,
a
no,
monologue of like my life for the next week and a half.
no. You're so good. No, State Fair sounds great. Sorry, taking this. You got to realize it's almost 9 o'clock over here.
I know it's
You,
pretty
you know,
late.
I go to bed. No,
Yeah.
no, that sounds good. Sounds like a good weekend. We have a lot going on, but I don't know what's going to happen this weekend because there's a freaking hurricane coming. So, like, our weekend might kind of just implode on itself. But we're supposed to go. My family's coming down, and we're going to go to the Clemson football game with my aunt and uncle and my mom and dad, and because our cousins go there, and so that hopefully it all works out and the weather holds out because that's going to be really fun. Um, just seeing a new team, Southern football is like built freaking different. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited to check that out. Hopefully it all kind of goes through. Um, but another thing, it's funny because I don't think anyone would spoil it. Angie doesn't listen, but I planned. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna talk about it anyway. She finds out. She finds out. Whatever. So one of the things, how like fall time comes around and there's always fall stuff going on, like fall festivals, shit like that. And we always seem to just like miss it all. And I'm like, oh, well, and then you look up, it's like the end of October and you're trying to find something and it all happened already. And you're like, shit. So one of the things I planned, they have, and it starts like an hour away from here. It's called in Blue Ridge, Georgia, where they have a train and you take a train ride through the mountains. So it takes you all the way up into Tennessee. And then you stop at this little little cute mountain town and you can go do all the stuff and then it rides you back. And so I planned for us to do that in October.
So cool.
Right. I've always wanted to do something like that, like a train. I've seen a bunch of cool train ride videos out west in Colorado. And so they have one similar to that. So I'm super pumped to do that. The time we're going, it should be really good, like fall colors, end of October. So I'm super excited about that. So hopefully she doesn't listen and get spoiled, but I don't
Yeah.
think she will.
No. And those listeners definitely don't spoil it. And
Yeah.
Just keep it under wraps for once.
Yeah. Just don't say anything. Okay. And then another thing, it's like in mid-October, it's like an hour away from here too. There's like a big apple festival. And I'm like, I got it. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Apple cider, apple picking, apple pies.
Yeah.
Sign me up. So I'm hoping we get to go do that as well.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at peak relationship season right now because you can't go do that stuff by yourself or with your friends because that's even more embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like you got these are couple only activities here, okay? And you can't be going apple picking with your boys. That's not a thing. All right. can't
We
be
can
taking
make it a
train
thing.
rides into cute little towns and train ride back with your friends. I'm sorry. That's just not a thing. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. And that sucks that you've always missed it. But you're not the only one because everyone misses that shit, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Every time, like, there's either someone's working or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting in front of it this year, and we're gonna go do some of this shit. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about that. So yeah, I mean, it's looking to be a good, busy next couple months. But I'm excited for it. Um, One thing I wanted I had to bring up because we didn't talk about it. I don't believe we did. R.I.P. to James Earl Jones,
Yes, we did not talk about that. We did not talk
which I
about that.
cannot believe I forgot to bring it up. Just what a freaking, when you look back at our freaking childhood, his voice is in like some major stuff that is just imprinted, at least in my brain, right?
Yep.
Mufasa,
Hmm.
Darth Vader,
Darth Vader's one of mine. Yep.
the old guy from Sandlot.
Those are my two. So I was gonna ask, like, what do you think of James Earl Jones? And I'm like, I know it was
Yeah,
Darth Vader's voice. I know he was the guy in Sandlot, like the next door
yeah,
neighbor with the ball. And then
yeah,
I didn't even realize Mufasa, but
yeah,
since he's passed, you see all the accolades and stuff he was in. It's insane. So I only
yeah.
really could remember those two. What else did you remember?
To be honest, those are my three. That was the big three of James Earl Jones, but that's huge. Lion King was like my favorite movie growing up. Darth Vader, I mean, are you kidding me? I still love Star Wars. And he'll remain Darth Vader's voice forever, which is pretty cool. And then Sandlot. I mean, one of our top childhood movies, I think, Sandlot. You know what I mean? Did you have any others?
So I didn't. I really only knew Sandlot and Darth Vader, obviously. The Mufasa makes sense. Like now that I'm hearing a bit, looking, he also did The Hunt for Red October with Sean Connery. I don't know if he was a voice in that or if he acted in that. Then he was in Field of Dreams, another baseball movie. Funny enough. But yeah, I mean, he was just incredible voice, and they showed a video of Darth Vader's actor, like he was saying lines and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very high pitched compared to James Earl Jones, and they got it right with James Earl Jones. Say what you want about the Star Wars franchise, but the James Earl Jones
Oh
voice
yeah.
on Darth Vader was incredible.
I mean, iconic. Like they that here. How crazy is that though? Like think about this. Like you can always redo characters. They reboot everything all the time. That is a character where they can never change that voice. You know what I mean? Like I think as long as Star Wars goes on and Darth Vader's a character, like the voice will always have to be the voice, which is crazy, but cool at the same time.
Yeah, we really didn't talk about that, but yeah, good to James Earl Jones. I mean, he definitely had to be old. I mean, how old was this guy? He was
He had to be in his 90s, right?
93. Yeah, 93 years old.
Yeah, because he looked like an old man in Sandlot. So I mean,
Yeah.
he had to be pretty old.
How
Um,
old do you want to live to if you had to choose?
Taking Asian, I'm one where I'm like, I want to live old. I want to be 100. Like, I'm that guy. I'm like, I'm gonna live to be 120. Like,
Yeah.
what about you? What do you think?
I mean, I joke. I'm like, oh, 30. I'm about the halfway point. I joke.
Shut up.
But I guess ideally, I don't know, maybe like 75, 80. I do not want to be a decrepit old man where I can't move or like you know what I mean? Um, but I say that
Yeah.
now, but because I'm saying that, I'm gonna be tortured and I'm gonna live to 120 and you're gonna die in 30 years. You know what I mean? Like that's how it's gonna go. Like that's how it's gonna go.
Don't say that.
because you cannot plan to expand your life that long. You can't do it. So I think, me personally, I think I have the better mindset of like, listen, I'm living like there's no tomorrow, because there might not be sometime soon, you know? So I think that mindset is helping me be happier in my life now. I'll take it back.
Yeah.
I'll take it back. You're going to live till 140.
There we go. No, but Tiki Nation, what a way to preserve your body by doing Project 50, you know?
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up for old manhood.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
You
know.
know?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know.
I
like to joke that I'm miserable, and that's all entirely a joke. I'm a pretty happy person individually, and I try to exuberate that happiness at all times. But it's fun to, I mean, this is just going to sound bad. It's fun to pretend that your life is miserable for the tiny little chuckles of pity, you know?
Yes.
That's terrible.
I
said that.
No. We always say, like, I wonder if there will be any technological advances to make us live longer. I don't think there actually ever will be. I think we'll all still just be you know what I mean? I think maybe there'll be medicines and stuff, but I don't ever think there's gonna be a technology to where we're out here living to be 150 or whatever.
Have you seen? I saw on funny you mentioned that, just about the human body, is kind of jogged my memory. I saw a tweet that Salesforce, you know, the whole the whole Microsoft yada yada whole, I don't know, they make platforms that you can do your jobs easier, basically, essentially. So there was a big convention. It may have been in Atlanta or something like that. I don't know if they're based out of there. I mean, it's just a huge city. So there was a Salesforce huge convention, basically, of so many employees. I think it was like 45,000 people there or something like that. And James Mulani was there. I think it's James Mulani doing comedy. I'm going to have to fact check this real quick. It's John Mulani, right? That's the name?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. So John Mulani, I'm going to go with Mulani. I think that sounds. So they hired him to do some comedy for the event. Mm-hmm. And his entire set was bashing Salesforce. It was bashing Salesforce and AI. And people thought, like, oh, we're going to probably get like a tame event, you know, because he's coming to our event. Absolutely not. He absolutely laid into him. Oh my God. I'm going to have to find a tweet because I definitely saved it to myself. But he was just basically kind of ripping the AI portion of it. And I'm going to scroll because it was definitely like a couple days ago. So he was definitely like going into the AI, and he was like, yeah, you're going to be the reason why my kids aren't going to have friends. They're going to have robots to hang out with and stuff. But they had such a crazy list of the jokes being told, and I literally couldn't stop laughing. I've never seen a John Mulaney special. I know he's a comedian, and I know a lot of people like him, but I have no idea what John Mulaney's comedy is like. And I just saw a bunch, and I was just dying. Here it is. John Mulaney getting on stage and mercilessly mocking everyone at Salesforce's Dreamforce conference. So here we go. I'm going to tell a couple jokes if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
All right. So he says, if AI is truly smarter than us and tells us that humans should die, then I think we should die. So many of you feel imminently replaceable. And then he added, can AI sit there in a fleece vest? Can AI not go to events and spend all day at a bar? Let me get this straight. You're hosting a Future of AI event in a city that has failed humanity so miserably. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where this event is. Everyone inside the auditorium at the Moscow Center groaned. Any notion that the award-winning comedian would play the corporate gig safe and clean were thrown out the window. So he says, you look like a group who looked at the self-checkout counters at CVS and thought, this is the future.
Oh my God.
What's important here is that we're looking for solutions. And into looking for solutions, what we're really after is insights, which then lead to success. Now start prepping the humans for robots. Some of the vaguest language ever devised has been used here in the last 3 days. The fact that there are 45,000 trailblazers here couldn't devalue the title anymore. And then he went to thank the attendees for the world you're creating for my son, where he will never talk to an actual human being again. Instead, a little cartoon Einstein will pop up, give him sort of a good answer, and probably refer to him to another chatbot.
Oh my God. Can you watch this somewhere?
I don't know. And
I doubt it. Yeah.
and he closed it in by sharing an anecdote about how he and his son, who is nearly 3, like to play baseball in the front yard. We're just 2 guys hitting wiffle balls badly and yelling, "Good job," at each other, he said. It's sort of the same energy here at Dreamforce.
That is too funny. I wonder how the crowd took it. Like if they were buying into it, if they were all kind of like, "What the hell's going on?"
I bet they were probably like, "What the hell's going on?" Because, like as much as they probably were like happy just to be there, they were probably like, "This guy's like insulting."
Is this guy like ripping
job,
us? Yeah.
And I think he's got a lot of points. I think a lot of people are coming down to the fact that, we're losing a lot of human interaction with so much technology, with so much AI. And, we're losing a lot of social cues and just social interactions and losing social relationships and how to kind of like be able to live in a society.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of what he said probably did a lot of people some good, especially the people laughing. Because
I wonder how many people like question all their life decisions after his jokes, and were like, maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to quit this job and go work somewhere else.
No, or even just not take it so seriously and be like, listen, I get it. It's a fucking job. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not. But yeah, I think AI could be toned down a little bit. I mean, everything's just getting so crazy, and
yeah.
I try to live in the real world a little bit.
Yeah, the thing with that is like I think it definitely can be used for good. But the thing that's scary about it is like on social media, for instance, you don't know what the hell is real. Like someone can just make a celebrity or a politician be saying whatever, and you're like, that was not even real. That was all AI generated. The video, the freaking voiceover, and you're like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, like is President Trump really kissing Vice President Kamala Harris?
I don't know. It looks real to me, like so that part is very scary, and you're right. Like it takes away from so much. Like people, it takes jobs away. Like it definitely needs checks and balances, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the top job is going to be an AI engineer to know how to use AI,
Yeah, but no doubt, for sure. Crazy.
Yeah.
But Tiggy Nation, you know what? I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got for you. We're gonna
tap.
We're gonna get back on track for Project 50. So to our listeners that like to sit in the line with us or sit at the lunch table with us, hop in the line with us, we're gonna be back on track next week for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Starting tomorrow. Day 1 tomorrow again.
Day 1 tomorrow again. It's like the Nuzlocke challenge in Pokemon. If you die, you got to start over. So we're holding each other accountable. Day 1 again, starting tomorrow. Tiki Nation. We'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.